Good morning, Facebook. We're back and we're talking about Weight Loss 101. Losing weight is not easy. Yesterday I had quite a difficult food day when I was really hungry, and especially if you have a bit of addictive tendencies. Now, I was on drugs years ago, and I tell my testimony a lot on radio and share it with people openly. Used alcohol and drugs to sort of make me feel better. And I think when I came off that, I turned to food. And so I will always have this little battle with food. Drugs is something you can leave and you don't have to touch it again. I don't drink, I don't touch any alcohol. A lot of times people are surprised when they offer me a beer or wine and they say, why don't you have one? Because I know that that will really take me down a slippery slope. So I avoid all alcohol. Years ago I tried to drink in moderation, and it really turned out bad. So it's not solely for religious purposes that I don't drink. It's also just because I know it destroys lives. I mean, we deal with radio, we deal with so many people that are addicted to alcohol and drugs, and we see how families are destroyed from every side onwards. And with food it's the same, because the food, actually you're destroying yourself. And the problem is that you don't feel good about yourself, you don't feel happy with yourself. You look in the mirror and you really start hating yourself, and then also you look at photos and you're always cringing when you see yourself, and so you've got a poor self-image, and that actually affects every area of your life. So I had to, the past few months, find ways of dealing with my food cravings, dealing with different areas of food addiction, if I can call it that. The one thing I said was the 28-day diet that I took. I took that diet, and it really helped me to beat that addiction, because that 28 days really detoxed me from sugar addiction, from all sorts of food. Hi Devalt, happy to see you here this morning. And so I feel very great about what I've done, and I believe God's helped me with it, but I also believe that you need some practical tools. So this morning I just want to talk to you about Fat Secret. But if you look at on the screen there, you will see, actually, if you go and search on the App Store, it will actually come up as calorie counter. Just look out for that little lock thing there. Then you'll know you've got the right app going there. And that is the app that I recommend that you download, because it's just something that really helped me a lot. And if you look at sort of the screen there, you can see it will then come up obviously as an icon there at the bottom or on your home screen. That's what it looks like in the App Store. And obviously if you click there, you can download it. You can open it right there from the App Store, or just open it from here on the screen. And then you will see your food diary. So there's sort of the food diary, and you'll notice at the bottom of the screen there's different tabs there. I hope you can see them slightly, but it says like home screen there, it says weight there, it says diary there, report there, and more there. Now these reports are also quite handy. You can actually run those reports and watch them on a weekly basis and see how you're eating, what you're eating, which of your meals are the most carbs, where you actually have to cut down a bit. And the diary is where you actually physically enter in your food, which is pretty nice to do. And I mean, if you for instance, if you go just to one of the tabs there and you click, just want to wait for it to open up. As you can see, it's a bit slow because I'm running this off a video. There we go. Okay, the first tab that I've just opened up there, that's your account. So if you've created an account, you will see there's there'll be some detail on there. And then this, just on the food diary screen, well, there's the weight sort of measurement screen. So there you can actually put in your weight on top there. You can check there, for instance, if you've entered the first screen, you will have a to-go figure there. In other words, you will be able to see how much you've got to go, your start weight, your weight, your to-go weight, and your goal. So you'll be able to see there, and it's very slightly there, but you'll be able to see how much you've got to go to goal. Remember, we were talking about SMART goals, and that is actually quite a way to sort of do the SMART goal thing, where you actually have to say, okay, I need to get from here to there. And remember what we said, you have to make it specific, you have to make it measurable, you have to make it achievable, realistic, and within a certain time frame. And Fat Secret will actually help you to do all of that. So, you know, I mean, sort of in my situation, like I said, it was going from 132 to 92 in a period of 12 months, and it worked out roughly 3.4 per day, which actually was quite nice for me to do. And you know, at the end of the day, once you've put in these measurements, you've put in your age, your gender, your activity level, your weight, your height, it will actually calculate a diet, a weight goal or a diet goal for you, and you'll be able to see exactly how much you need to go to get it. And just an example of the reports that you can have, I mean, there you've got your calorie counter, all your reports here. You can see Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, every day. Now, I mean, I think personally, for me, there's like 3 things in this application that really work well for me. The one is I actually, you know, especially during the 28-day diet and just after that, I was really using the food diary. So I would really put in some stuff there on the food diary side. I would really religiously put that in. And then it also has the scanner feature where you actually then scan food. You don't really have to go read the labels. And a lot of the food, not all of it, but a lot of the food, if you scan it, boom, it's in the system, which is pretty nifty. And so that's the one thing, you know, the food diary, and to keep a book in your pocket and something like that, it's terrible. Here you've got everything on your cell phone, and I'm sure you'll be able to find this on Android and Apple. I'm using it currently on Apple. You'll also have your daily allowance situation here, so you'll be able to actually see exactly what's going on per day, which is nice. So you can see, okay, the system will work out for you how much calories you sort of have to eat per day, and as you're putting in your figures, it will actually deduct what you've had off your target, and it will tell you you've got so many calories remaining. And the nice thing about that is you can also Google this, but you can go and search and say, okay, if I'm saving like 1,000 calories per day, I remember vaguely, but I think the stats that I've got mostly on sort of my searches would be if you're saving like 1,000 calories a day, you probably lose like a kg a week or something like that. It's not always scientific, but to a degree, you know, it's actually something that you can work out. So, I mean, that's Fat Secret, and at the end of the day, I think it's an app. It's something that can help you, yes, but it's not the be and the end all. I mean, I've got it on my phone, and I've got it even on my iPad. I've got it on here, and you can easily use it. You can get to it quickly, and effectively. You can see there it's even on my iPad. And yeah, it's a nice app to use, and it really works well for me. If you've got any questions, you know, post them, or you'll see my details on screen soon. If you've got any questions, ask us, you know, about that. At the end of the day, we'll answer those questions. If there's anything else you need to know about Fat Secret, you can ask me to assist you with that. I will just put my details on screen for you there if I can get it on. I think there you can see, okay, there's my WhatsApp number, there's the cell number. So yeah, Weight Loss 101, I mean, we're trying to give a bit of a community service, and because I've been battling with food addiction for so many years, and you know, it's like I said, my health was starting to fail, and it was really becoming difficult for me. And you can see there in that picture, I mean, that was April this year. I was gaining weight at an alarming pace. Every time I went on a diet, you know, it just ended up worse afterwards. And I think I found, you know, a few secrets that I discovered for myself. Also, you know, keeping my personality in mind, and keeping myself as a person in mind. And I do think you need to personalize your weight goals and stuff like that. I mean, I don't think you can make it the same. That it's not one shoe fits all. So I wouldn't say that everybody needs to use exactly the same thing. But what I found for myself was I had to get somebody that supports me. So I've got Teresa that helped me with food, because Teresa from a background as a diabetic, she you know, battled with that side of it. So she had has a lot of food secrets and food information, and she's got a page now currently where she's putting on some diets, and I just put a little mind map there where I said I had to get a mentor with support, somebody that would actually help me, and maybe even help me with having some snacks and stuff that I can eat, that when the days I feel I want to overindulge, I can eat those snacks. And then but they're not fattening snacks. Like, I mean, for instance, she showed me a 2-carb hamburger, a 1-carb tart, stuff like that, you know. And to have those things in your house is amazing, because there are those days when you're really not going to make it, and you're so hungry, you need to snack on something. And to be honest, I was at the doctor the one day, and he told me, yes, go for almonds and stuff like that. So I've got a pack of almonds I buy. I don't know if it's right or wrong. Don't quote me on this, but I also have biltong that I buy, and I use that. So I've got a bit of biltong, bit of almonds, and then some of the snacks that Teresa has made for us. I mean, you get Banting bread, Banting brownies. It sounds terrible, but it's not. It's actually quite nice. And once you've done the 28-day diet, which was sort of my first step, you know, having those foods around help, and also removing the other ones. I mean, for me, like I said in the beginning of this video, I've had a very addictive sort of tendency. Thanks, almost. God bless you there in Germany, my brother. Almost says well done. Yeah, I must just keep it up. People have said to me, yes, now you've gone public, so you better watch yourself. And I know I have to. But so a support system and then also friends, man. I mean, it's the same with drugs. I mean, when you come off drugs or alcohol, excessive alcohol use, you have a lot of buddies that want to really pull you back into it again. Sorry to say, but you know, that is unfortunately sometimes the case. And sometimes you have to have a look at that, where you might have to cut ties with people that really you know, support bad habits. It's sorry to say, or maybe you can speak to them and ask them, you know, to support you. I was lucky because at the same time I did it, my father-in-law started going on a 28-day diet. My mother-in-law went on it at some stage. You know, the surroundings changed slightly with regards to opportunities to eat incorrectly. So the support system, a mentor, people around you that, even join a health club or somewhere where people have a very fitness-orientated mindset, and you find that they will pull you in that direction. Somebody once said, if you want to be the best tennis player in the world, don't play tennis to the poorest. Go and play the best, because they will stretch you to that point where you will become what you're supposed to become. I'm not saying become a health fanatic. I couldn't do that. So personally, I've never been able to be a health fanatic. Then the other key for me was the 28-day diet, which I've posted and which I've said you guys can have if you let me know you want it. I'll send it to you. This one is in Afrikaans, but this is the one that worked for me. I looked at a lot online, but I couldn't find the ingredients in a lot of those diets because they were done by Americans and Europeans, and we don't have that stuff in our country. So yes, so I left that, and then we've got the other thing that I said here is calorie awareness. You know, sorry, that's supposed to probably be count or something, but that's where I use Fat Secret, or as I said to you, you know, you have to download that app, and I've just showed a bit. You can go back to the video that I've just shown you on that. So that is sort of the thing, and the main thing is that you must just remember it's not called Fat Secret on the store. It's called their calorie counter. Okay, so just make sure that you look for calorie counter. And then the other thing is get active. That I do every morning. I think the next video might be on the active side of it, where you know, I'm talking about exercising in your heart rate and also using, say, a fitness device of sorts, so that, and then plan and secure. Now, I mean, under planning and that, I've just put some stuff, and I hope is there something there? Yes. Plan your meals, eat regular but less, and then don't allow temptations in the house. This is just notes I've made for myself, but yeah, so it's not a huge thing, and also, you know, it's not like you have to go really off the rails, because I think whenever anything in your life goes out of balance, it becomes a burden, and if it's a burden, you know, you won't stick with it. I mean, currently I'm still trying to lose weight. I'm not there yet, and there are weeks that I gain a few hundred grams maybe, and then there are weeks that I lose it. But if I really want to lose weight, I really have to cut the calories, which means, you know, I have to go on a 28-day diet again if I want to lose it sort of faster. But I'm now happy with sort of where I'm at, and if I lose a kg in 2-3 months, I'm also happy with that. I'm not in a hurry to lose the weight currently. I wanted to get away from the real bad place I was at. So, you know, that place wasn't good for me, for my self-esteem, for the ministry I do, for the work I do. Just generally, it wasn't a good place. So I really wanted to get away from that. So I got from there to there. But I'm not where I'm supposed to be. That I've still got a bit of a poopy there, but I'm pretty comfortable now. I can touch my feet and do basic things for myself, you know, which is great. So any more information you want, any suggestions, if you've got any sort of ideas what you want us to look upon or just discuss a bit, let me know. And have a wonderful day, and God bless, and good luck. Make good eating decisions today, man. I mean, you can do it. It's all just a decision. And I know, you know, it's not easy, but nothing that's worth it is easy. Most things that are difficult are worth it. So, and I promise you'll see, once you've achieved the goal, you'll see that it's worth it. God bless you.